Hello Internet! Welcome to a new video on my DIY channel. This episode is related to a CAD topic using Fusion 360 and working with large drawings. In today's video I would like to show you a short example how to print in Fusion 360 on a 1:1 ratio. This is useful if you want to print out a workpiece with Fusion which is larger than the Fusion drawing paper size. Especially if you have to work on a larger workpiece with more complex shapes, a 1:1 printout can be very helpful. Here is an example from my longboard build where I used the printout to have a template to cut the shape for drilling holes and other working steps based on the print. In this example I glued the print on the surface of the plywood boards, then I worked on the basis of the drawing, but more about this later. Fusion supports drawing up to DIN A0 paper format size, which is really comfortable. As long as your workpiece fits into one of the provided paper formats, your life is much easier. You can use this paper format for the drawing. Generate a PDF and slice the printout with your PDF software to a suitable print size format that is defined by your printer setup. Keep in mind to always make sure that no scaling is set in the printer options for the printout. You can set an overlapping value to have some space to glue your sheets together. But what is if your workpiece is larger than the provided paper format sizes and you want to have a 1:1 printout? Well, one solution is to use a smaller scale for your printout and then afterwards use a posterizer software to scale it up. But it's very difficult here to have an accurate measuring, and it requires a lot of trial and error to have an accurate measuring on the final printout. Unfortunately, to glue the outcome of this approach is a really difficult and time-consuming task. Therefore, I would suggest a different method. Instead of using the posterizer approach, I like to use the tools that provided in Fusion 360, using multiple sheets. For example, here I create the model of a longboard for demonstration purpose. The model is simple and without bends, just for this demonstration. If you want to see a detailed video about the construction and the build and so on, I will add the link here. To model the longboard, I created a new design and a new component in Fusion. This is always a good start. Then I created a sketch to lay out the shape, and to create the shape I defined a rectangle to determine the size roughly. Then I used spline curves to define the shape of the longboard. To make the curves symmetrical, I just mirror the curves on the center line and everything is fine. After that I just have to define the drill holes for the axis, and because this example will not have any bends in other directions, let's use this design to focus on the drawing. Okay, looking at the design, I have to say I already designed better shapes, but for this demonstration it will be fine. We will use a couple of DIN A4 prints to cover the whole model. To determine the position of the DIN A4 prints, we have to add additional guidelines and therefore create a separate sketch. So you can switch it off if you don't need it. In this sketch, I lay a grid of DIN A4 pages over my design. Additionally, I use an overlap of pages and a 1 cm wide offset to define the printable area, because most of the printers cannot print up to the edge of a sheet. We can always adjust the design of the grid later, because the drawing and the design are linked to each other, and if you change the drawing, Fusion gives you a short notification showing a yellow sign, and you can update your drawing based on the changed design. After the design has been completed, we can then create a drawing based on the design. Using the top level menu and the menu items, new drawing and from design in Fusion. Now we insert as many pages into the drawing as we need to cover the entire length of the model. I deleted the frame and the description for the drawing, but this is up to you. I like to have a blank sheet and then have one big drawing. To make the page sketch visible, showing all the pages, you have to activate the sketch in the drawing. The construction lines of my page sketch are not visible right now, because they will not be shown up in the drawing. Therefore, I had to go back to my design and change the construction lines into model lines. After I changed the construction lines, I saved my design and switched back to my drawing. Now I see the update notification in the top menu. By pushing the notification, my drawing will be updated, and if the page sketch is now visible, I see all my pages on the drawing. Now I can use the pages to position the individual drawing sections. For each page, we position the model over the drawing, simply by using the move and transition function, and as shown in the video here. Then I added the desired dimensioning and labeling on each of the individual pages, where I want to see it later on the printout. This must be done for each page individually, and that's all. In my case, one page was missing and I added it to the original design and later on updated the drawing. Unfortunately, I had to readjust the page location of each page. Now the printout can be done in PDF format. Please make sure that no scaling is activated in the printer options and that the drawing is printed on a 1:1 ratio with 100% resolution. Since there may be printers or software components that can't distort your measurements, you should always check the final measures on the printout. If there's something wrong, a calibration print can be made to check the dimensional accuracy, and if necessary, the scaling factor in the printer options can be used to adjust the print size. In my case, the output was quite accurate, so there was no need for any further adjustments. If we have finalized the print on multiple pages, we can cut the individual pages on one side and glue them together on the printed lines. To do this, we always slide a sheet under the previous one. You should always use a ruler to check the alignment of the sheets. I have drawn a center line and 2 diagonals for safety. I used this approach for my last longboard build. Even if it is a bit time consuming, I found the procedure very helpful and you could easily edit the longboard based on the drawing. Especially because the longboard is also bent in different directions, which makes a normal drawing on the workpiece more difficult. For gluing the drawing, I used a spray glue. This glue can easily be removed by applying some turpentine on the paper later on.
It's not a game, it's a rap.
In my opinion, the method is very helpful, and looking at my longboard build, it helped me to achieve a nice looking result. But that's all for today. It would be helpful and I'm interested to read how you solve that requirement and deal with large printouts in the Fusion. Therefore, please leave me a comment in the comment section. Also, if you have questions and additional ideas, leave me a comment. I will try to answer the questions if possible. Therefore, please use the comment section below the video. With this in mind, have fun with your project and thank you for watching. This is Friedhelm. Ciao.